The city of Montreal and the greater Montreal area are filled with public art. Now, some of the coolest art is actually hidden right in plain sight, like at the REM. There's 6 installations throughout the different stations, like at Sainte-Dorothée, so let's go check it out. This piece of art is called Filet, and the artist is Michel Buis. Now, as you can see, it's really big. It takes up the whole wall behind me.
Well, the aesthetic is very contrasting, right? If you look at the whole station, public transit is really driven by functionality. People have to come in, come out. What's very interesting about this work is that it's very colorful, it's very poetic. It's a focal point in the station. The image that we show here has to be powerful because it can be competing as well with advertisement that you can see right in front of it, for instance. But here we give the best space of the whole station to art. So I think that's a very interesting choice.
So where does money for stuff like this actually come from? Well, it's partly funded by something called the 1% policy. It's been around since 1961, and it puts 1% of a construction budget towards public art.
The 1% policy is really a way to make art more accessible to the public everywhere on the Quebec territories.
So for the recently constructed REM, that means $4.3 million went towards projects like this. Then the developer CDPQ Infra also chipped in, put in another $3 million for a total of $7.3 million just for public art.
It's beneficial to everybody, I would say. It's beneficial, yes, to the community because it can become sometimes the only artwork that people are gonna see in their daily life. That's what really interests me in public artwork, is that it's so close to the audience. There's no security guard to tell you not to touch it.
So it makes this art accessible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I want to touch it.
Public art was created in the first place to allow the public to discover artists who are important in their day and time. So we're in front of Michel Buis' work, who is a very established Montreal photographer. In other stations of the REM, you have at Edouard Montpetit, for instance, Manuel Mathieu's mosaics. All those artists are high-quality artists that you would find in museums or other institutions that now the public can access on an everyday basis.
For me, it was a real journey, like a long challenge of making these work. And I think the most beautiful part is actually to see people interact with it. I had many people come to me and asking me questions and being very much amazed about, the process, about the beauty of the work. I think one thing is also interesting is the possibility for people to touch the work, which is very different for any other public work. It's not something they do naturally.
It's super exciting as an artist to know that your artwork is going to be here forever. I guess it's the sense of time that's the most impressive. So obviously people go through it every day, but people are going to keep going through it in 10 years, 15, 50 years maybe. And that's, for me, is the most interesting, to see how the relationship is going to evolve with the artwork, with the materials that are part of the artwork as well.
In total, there's going to be 12 public artworks installed in the REM, and they're going to be unveiled in the coming months and even years.